In today's episode, which is a special episode and it is masterclass series tagged Strategic Business and Investment Opportunities for Africans in United States of America, irrespective of your location, we got you covered. Yes, we got you covered because my guest today is a man with many hats. He's a business coach, a business developer. He is an investor, an entrepreneur, and also an author of many books. Is a man that I respect so much. So today, join me in welcoming Reverend Dr. Chaplain Pastor Benjamin Beckley. Pastor, we are super excited to have you on this platform today.
Thank you so much, Chaplain. I really appreciate the privilege to be part of this great impact community. Thank you for the great job you are doing to affect many lives all over the world. The Lord bless you. And thank
Man,
you, everyone, for tuning in today. It's going to be a great day.
thank you so much, sir. So, our audience, I want you to stay back because, like I told you, we are exploring strategic business and investment opportunities for Africans in the United States of America. But, however, you might be thinking, oh, I am not in the United States of America. See, wherever your geographical location, we got you covered. We got you covered. And even if you are in Nigeria, you are in Ghana, in West Africa, North Africa, South Africa, wherever you are across the continent, these strategic business and investment opportunities will be something that can, yes, open the doors of wealth creation for you. So let me allow our guest to take over the podium. You have the podium, sir.
Thank you so much, Chaplain. I appreciate one more time this wonderful privilege and opportunity. Now, wherever you are all over the world, this is going to be of great benefits to you. So take note if you need to take note, take a screenshot if you need to. Some of this might not be relevant to you right now, but they will be necessary for you later in the life. Now, we are looking at strategic business and investment opportunities that is available for Africans in the United States. Now, I also need to say this that it is something that works for Africans wherever you are, even if you are not African, or you want to leverage on the opportunity, the massive opportunity that exists in the United States. So it covers a wide range. You don't need to be resident in the United States to be able to generate wealth from the United States. That's one of the things that we will be looking into. We will delve into practical strategies for you to navigate into the US market and how you leverage on existing networks and also build a successful venture. All right, let me quickly issue a disclaimer here because it's very important to know that this presentation is for informational and educational purpose only. It is not intended to be used as a professional financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just privileged to have access to information that is working. So ensure that you do your due diligence. It is important before you conduct business anywhere or do an investment, do your due diligence so that you'll be able to make sure that you are making the right choice. And I also want to say, where necessary and needed, ensure that you consult a professional. Now, this presentation also does not endorse any specific investment strategy. It does not endorse any product. It does not endorse any service. It's basically informational and part of what some have worked on and I'm still working on. And I see that it's going to be of immense benefit. Now, let me start by saying this, that opportunity exists globally right now. There is no longer limitation to which part of the world you can generate wealth from. That is a good news because in the times before now, it used to look like we are restricted and restrained. But right now, we are in a global market. And even if you are in the village where it looks as if nothing good is working there, you can generate wealth from the global market as long as you have access to information and you know how to leverage this information. The world has practically become a boundless hub of opportunity. Geographical location is no longer a limitation, no matter where you are. In today's interconnected generation, opportunities also knows no border. There are people living in Africa that are working remotely and earning in dollars. So that is how to let you know that possibilities, we are in a season of endless possibilities. The only thing is now is that we need to know how to dwell and dive into these opportunities. Now, when you look at the United States economy, it has a lot of advantage. Number one is the fact that it has a great economic strength. The US boasts of a robust and stable economy with a high GDP and a thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem. If you look at the global space, majority of the companies, organizations that are thriving and doing well, they have a root or an extension or an expression in the United States. So I would say that anyone, you can make money anywhere in the world. But sincerely, if you want to trade in the global market, you need to start looking into how do you begin to do things in the United States at every level, at any level. You can come in at a lower level and right on. You don't necessarily need to start from the big guys thing. So you can look into how do you start creating global wealth, because that is actually the end goal. There is a global leader in technology, in research, in development, in fostering innovation, attracting talent all over the world. The United States economy is also a large consumer and diverse economy. And it's also an economy that has given opportunity to everyone. Even in terms of immigration, the United States seems to be one of the largest country that has opened up its border. And well, now things are changing because our brother is trying to come in. So it's trying to restrict the border. But it's opened up this border. There is, I don't think maybe by now there is any nationality you are looking for that you won't find in the United. That's how robust the economy is. And these are the things also that is building the economy of the country. Now let's look at some practical investment opportunities that are existing in the United States. And these are just some things here and there that I'll put together to help us know, okay, if you are trying to navigate into the United States economy, which area and fields can you begin to look into? Number one thing is the technology startups. When you look at the economy of the United States, one of the force that is boosting things in this country is the technology sector, which has the tendency of increasing more and more. Because when you look at the art of artificial intelligence and the likes of things, you see technology is one of the things that will ride the future. So I don't know whatever you are doing, and no matter where you are, start looking into technology as part of what you need to add. Even if you are in agriculture, you are in medical, you are in healthcare, anything right now, technology is what is going to dive us into the next phase. And that's where the money is moving into. So that's why you see most economists now are also trying to do something in the technology space. And that's helpful. Another area is in the real estate, which is very good because lands, properties, somebody told me a long time ago, and that's one of the reasons why I love real estate, because he said nothing is as real as real estate. And because land is the only real thing, every other thing will go. I was listening to a webinar, I believe 2 days ago, and he's telling me about the fact that land will remain land. No matter what we do to land, it still remain land. If you dig it, break it, crash it, any other thing we put on land, it will go. But even if the thing burns, land will still remain land. That's what helped me to understand that nothing goes wrong when land is the only real thing that has tangible value. You got what I'm saying now? So there is opportunity in the real estate. There is opportunity in the healthcare service. Healthcare service is also very important. Is a place where opportunity exists in the United States. So if you are looking at investing in the economy of the United States, these are just some few areas that you can begin to look into to leverage on opportunities. All right. Renewable energy project is also because now we are trying to see how we have better economy and things in the country. So I just shared these few areas to see that those are part of the things that you can leverage on. We are going to be doing some more things practically, but I just share these few ones to further help us see where we can leverage. All right, let's look at the advantages of leveraging on business and investment opportunities in the United States. Why? Why is it essential? What advantage do we have? Number one is global diversification. Global diversification. Now, you have access to diversity of investment. You can diversify your investment from your current location, country, or whatever geographical location you are. There is opportunity that exists everywhere. You understand? So your business reach will become global. You can trade in the global market beyond your immediate environment. It gives you access to the space beyond where you are. Another opportunity or advantage of leveraging on business opportunities in the United States is because of the stable economy. Every country and continent is going through their own thing. But the truth of the matter is that when you look at it, you will still see that the economy of the United States still remains, at least may not be 100% stable, but it's doing well. Things may not be the way they used to be, but things are still working compared to some other things. That's why you discover that where there is stable economy, there is opportunity for wealth creation. Now, the next thing is there is a large consumer market, which is true. The United States is a large and diverse consumer market. Like I said, there is, it's not proven, but I mean, the little I've seen, I don't think if there is any country that doesn't have a representation in the United States. You see Asians, you see people from every state, and the majority of these people are doing well. The Asian community has a large, massive influence in the United States. And that's how to let you know there is a large consumer market. And of course, where does the money ride? Right in the hands of the people. So that is how you need to do it. So let's go practical. What do you need? You want to do business in the United States. You want to invest in the United States. What do you need? What will be the thing that will be helpful for you to be able to do in the United States? Number one thing is what I call a legal business status. You need to have a legal business status. This is what will give you the opportunity to be able to maximize the opportunity, maximize advantage or privileges for wealth creation in the United States. If you don't have this, you'll be limited. I'm telling you, and you might just waste your time. So you can establish legal standing because everything in the United States, there is this thing about legal standing. It gives you the opportunity to ride on the wings of what is available. I'll talk about that. How do you get that? I'll talk about that in the next slide. Number two is you need knowledge. Having lived in this country for over a decade, I've discovered that you will be limited to the extent to which you have information. You will be limited. Many things in this country, you may not need anybody to do it for you because the information is available, but you may not know how to access them. You may not know the right one. So you need information. That's why if you are going to do business in the United States or invest in the United States, one thing you must consistently build is your information portfolio. You must keep increasing your knowledge base because things also change. Laws change, rules change, and these things will give you access to be able to leverage. Number three thing I said is persistence. You need persistence, you need consistency, you need discipline. Of course, that covers every area of life. You want to do well, you need to be persistent. Sometimes you may look as if it's not going to work, but it does. Some things takes time depending on what thing and which area you are leveraging on. All right, let's look at how do you establish legal standing. And this is very important because sometimes this information is what somebody needs to be able to, they have a desire, they have the resources, but they don't know how to go about it. Number one thing is that you can register a legal business, which is an entity on its own. One of the ways to have a legal business standing in the United States is you can, no matter the country you are in the world, you can have a business in the United States fully registered. Yeah, you can register a limited liability company they will provide you a formal legal structure, and your company can fully transact business in the United States, even though you don't have any United States documentation as a person. The business is an entity. All right. I believe you can also talk to Chaplain a little about that. He has some information that can help in being able to register a legal status in the United States. So if you want to do business and do well in the United States, it is important that you don't just do as an individual. Even for people that are living in the United States, don't do business as an individual. You are going to have a lot to deal with because number one, you are not properly structured. Number two, you will pay more in taxes. There is a lot of tax benefits and advantage when it is a business transaction based on a business. All right. Number two way that you can do business legally in the United States or invest legally in the United States or establish a legal business stand is what I call partnering with a legal resident. And we've seen this happen. You can partner with a legal resident by having a partnership organization. There are two ways to it. You can have a legally binding agreement. You say, okay, I don't want to register a company. I don't have to go through that stuff. Find someone that is legally resident, and of course, you have a relationship with. You can do a business partnership. The person has the legal right to register a business. You can be brought in as a partner. You don't need any documentation to be a partner. You don't. All you need is that you need a legal agreement together, and of course, your name will be in the registration of the company. So don't try to do business with people without having a legal status, because many times, even if it's your brother or your father, if it's business, let it be business. Don't add sentiment to business. It always don't go well. It breaks relationship. I've seen people that just say, oh, just be helping me, I'll send the money, just be helping me. Okay, now you're helping me, the business is beginning to bring results, the person is not bringing refund. It always leads to trouble. So I always, of course, you can do that second one too, but I don't advise it that you just find somebody that is you have a relationship with and say, okay, do this business on my behalf. On my behalf, your name is not in anything, so you don't have a legal status. That's why I call it legal business standing. So I prefer you do what I talked about, having a partnership agreement, and that will work. The next way to do business legally or have what I call a legal business standing, is you can just leverage on opportunities that does not require full legal status. There are opportunities in the United States that does not require you to be a resident. It doesn't require you to be living here. It doesn't require you to even have a visa. You can do it legally and create wealth legally wherever you are, even as an individual that is not a resident of the United States. All right, let's look at the opportunities that I want to share with you. Number one opportunity is what I call you can invest in US stocks and businesses. All right, this is legal. This is global. No matter where you are, you can start investing in US businesses. Stocks is like you are a part holder, a shareholder in the organization. So you have a stake in the organization at your level. You can invest $1, you can invest $5. The good thing that has happened with technology is that technology has it has demystified the act of investment or investing in the stock market. Technology has demystified it greatly. You know why? Because in the past, what happened is that you won't be able to buy certain stocks if you don't have the full value or the full amount of the value of a stock. For instance, now let's say Amazon stock at the time was around $3,000. So if you want to have one share of Amazon stock, you need to have $3,000. But with the advent of technology, now there's what we call fractional share. Fractional share is that I only have $10. You will buy a stock of Amazon fractionally, and then you're also a shareholder. And as the company is doing well, you can get dividends, you can get capital appreciation, and those are part of the ways that you can leverage in the US economy. So you can start buying US stocks, buy companies that are doing well, no matter where you are, and start building up your portfolio. I've once had, before COVID, a portfolio with Tesla. I started Tesla fractionally when Tesla was like maybe $300 thereabout, and then I saw Tesla grew to 1,000 plus, 2,000 plus. At the time, I had over 1,000% increase on a stock I have bought, but it was a fractional share. So if I had bought the full value, I would have probably be a millionaire by now. Was the fractional share maybe like $20, and then I saw the $20 grew to about $120, $200. That is what I'm talking about. So that is the power of fractional share. Start at your level. And of course, investing in stocks gives you a powerful way to build wealth through. You can make money from dividends. So when you are doing this, do a research, get dividend stocks. There are a lot of them. Some pay dividends monthly, some pay dividends quarterly. Those will help you. Stock growth. Sometimes they do stock split. Of course, capital gain appreciation. You buy low, when it increases, sell off and get out of the market. All right. So number one, because of time, I may not open up all these apps for you, but write them down and do your research. These are legal. Number one, even if you are in Africa, you can start investing in US stock using True Finance. True Finance is an app. It gives you access to invest in over 10,000 of the world's best businesses, and for diversified returns. It gives you access to that. So with Trove.com or Trove Finance, you can start investing in US stocks even fractionally. Another one is Bamboo app, investbamboo.com. Let me see if I might be able to, or just open up one of these for you to see. Now, while that is loading, so you can invest in US stocks no matter where you are in the global space. That is the opportunity we are talking about. So even if you are in Nigeria, you can even fund with your naira. That is one of those things. You can fund with your naira, you can fund with your local currency. So it gives you access to buy what they call stocks. You can buy US stocks, you can buy ETF, electronic traded fund, you can buy Google, you can buy Meta, Apple, all of those US companies that are doing well. You can start investing in their stocks. And this is one of those apps that will give you the opportunity. Have you been using Bamboo for a long time? It's also such an opportunity for you to do investment in the United States. All right. So that is one of the ways you can start, which is just starting with stocks, investment, and businesses. Okay. Let me see. The next one is Rice Invest. Write it down, riseinvest.com. That also gives you opportunity to invest in US stocks. Another one is, so another thing you can do in the US economy is that you can invest in what they call startup companies, especially now in these technology waves. Of course, everything is risky. Understand, one of the lessons I learned in life is the fact that the higher the risk you are able to make, the greater the opportunity of wealth you are able to generate. Risk level determines wealth level. That's the truth. So, and of course, you have to know your risk level. Don't just do things, start from somewhere, build, and then grow. There is opportunity to invest in startups. Now, for stocks, you can do it either as an individual or as a company. In fact, for those platforms I shared with you, you may not even need a company to start investing. You can start investing on an individual level, even from wherever you are. You can start investing on the individual level wherever you are, right? Then the second one is invest in private equity. Now, the good thing about the economy of the United States is that when startup wants to start, or they have already started, they need funding. You know, I don't know if you have watched something like what do they call that thing they used to do? They still do it on TV, where business owners will come and do a pitch, and then investors will come in and say, okay, they invest in their company for a stake or for an equity. I believe they call this stash or something. I can't remember the name of that thing. They do it on the TV. That,
Yes,
you know,
dragon stuff. Yeah.
so, some of those guys like that,
Yes.
that all those millionaires will sit
Where
down
you
and then
pitch,
they
you
want you to
pitch
come.
your business idea and
You pitch your business
you get
ideas and
funded.
then
Yes.
so this one is also something similar like that, that you can see startups. In fact, let me see if I can show you. So this is investing in startup companies. You can have it for a stake, or they give you an equity in the company and all of that thing. These are good. So, but the advantage is that you can do your research about the company even before you invest. The good thing is this: formerly, like I said before technology advancement, this used to be only for what they call accredited investors. Accredited investors are people that have 1 million and above, depending on whatever field. But now these things have been demystified. See, with WeFunder, you can start investing with as low as $100 in a startup that you love. And you'll be able to see the startup company. You'll be able to see what they are doing. So I don't know. Okay, you can see my screen. You can invest in founder. You can invest in their idea. You know, you'll be able to see what they are doing even before the company begins. You know, that is one of the advantages of investing in startup companies and organization. All right. So that's the thing. So you can get equity. And of course, okay, for instance, now, let's say you invested $100 in a company, and then the company started doing well. They probably sold off for maybe $1 billion. You have an equity in that company that where if they sell off, you cash out. That's how this economy is. So I'm always interested. I'm excited when I see this, because of course it's risky. You may not know how an organization will do, but do you know what? Even people that want to start on, they don't want to fail. And it's an investment that you do your due diligence, check. So this is WeFunder. You'll be able to see startups that have come to raise fund. You can do your research, you can do your review, check them out. What are they pitching for? You know, this is somebody that is pitching right now. And it's another advantage is that they pull investors together. So it's a pool of investors. So because of time, like I said, take your time, do a research here. You can do it in different fields: technology, healthcare, consumer goods. For me, I'll do more of technology. And another thing is that diversify your investment. So if one economy is not doing well, other economy will do well. All right. So that's one thing that see, this one is the valuation is already at 100 million. So you can open up, look at their pitch, listen to their words, and you see that they will tell you you can invest with as low as they show you. This one is as low as $250. You listen to what they have. You can check all the founders, the people, the team, check their story. You can even be able to see their records and documents and what is the plan. And if it resonates with you, you'll be able to say, okay, I want to put my money here. And that is how you don't need to have legal status to do this. This one, you can invest as a company. You can start in here as a company with a legal entity in the United States. I've already shared how to do that, or I've talked a little about that. Number two opportunity I want to share with you is opportunity to invest in real estate crowdfunding investment. You can invest in real estate even if you don't live in the United States. I'm telling you, I have people that live in Nigeria. They have rental properties in the United States, and they are landlord. They are landlord to
landlord in
States.
America, you know.
They don't live in the United States. Some people don't even have. They don't have any green card. They only have a visa. Some people don't even have any V nothing. But they are landlord, earning in dollars in their country of residence, and citizen of United States is their tenant.
Baba, I think you need to say more on this because a lot of people don't believe it. They don't believe. Like when I first came to the US, I was also looking for that opportunity. I said, oh, I want to invest in real estate. And the few people I spoke with don't have this information you were sharing with us.
Yeah.
So it took me time to understand that even as non-residents, you can invest in the real estate. So we would like to learn more on this. I know. Okay, so I want to appeal. I know today you have a lot of lineups for you. Your schedule is tight. But like I said, it is a masterclass series.
Yeah.
I know what you're sharing is not something that some people share for free. But however, we are on a mission. We are going somewhere.
That's right.
We would be glad to host you again and again.
Definitely.
Good.
We will always strike something together, and we can build a community around these people that are interested, and then we take it to the next level. We bring all the resources you've needed, to see how people can leverage. But going back to what you said, if you go back to what I said earlier, that most of these things are simply information. If you ask someone that doesn't know, he doesn't know. If you go around, these things took time also to learn, and it took energy of research and things to be able to. And another thing I'll tell people now, you see, with the advent of artificial intelligence, information now is not too scarce. You may not be able to validate the truthfulness of what your AI is telling you, but when you get it, it gives you something to work with. You can now start asking questions in this regard. You can even call. Do you know that you can call an organization in the United States from any country you are and ask them questions if you want to have a stake in there in that area? So, for instance, now talking about the real estate thing that you talked about like having a rental property, first that you can even be a non-legal resident and come into this United States and be able to have a property. So what do you need is you have a legal business entity. The business is the owner of the property. So you don't have a visa, I don't have a status, but your business is an entity with what we call EIN. EIN is like a social security for the business. And because the business has its own legal standing, it can transact legally. So that's why the first thing to do, sincerely, if you are interested in investing in the United States or business in the United States, have a legal entity, register a business. It will give you a lot of, in fact, your business, if properly registered, can even get funding in the United States to do some of this investment or property. Of course, it takes time because you have to build what we call credibility. You build business credits, you build, and all of those things like that. You understand? All right. So that's one way. Another way to invest in real estate in the United States is what I call crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is similar to that startup one where they pull people's funds together and they buy properties. And of course, an organization that does that, they buy the property, and the investors are getting dividend returns, and either on the rent or on the capital gain when the property is sold out. And this is also very good for people that are in the United States or anywhere in the world that are looking for how to enter into the real estate market. without having large fund, you can start with the crowdfunding opportunity. Real estate crowdfunding gives you ways to invest in property with minimal capital. You don't need to break the bank to start this one. It allows you into wider range of opportunities. You can do commercial, you can do residential, you can do industrial, and a lot of old things. All right. Real estate crowdfunding, it connects investors to projects. This one, I've been doing crowdfunding for a little over 7 years now, and these are platforms I've used and I still do. With Fundrise, you need, like I said, you will need, because it is about getting putting your money down to get a return, you need to have a legal standing, so your business will do well here. Fundrise is one of the 50 largest real estate private equity investors in the world, and they are currently paying between 15% and more quarterly in dividends. And what they do is that they pull people's funds together, buy properties, sometimes high-rise properties. Let me show you Fundrise. Let me show you Fundrise.
Wow, 15%
sometimes 15% returns.
That's huge, man.
Dividends quarterly. Now, they also they don't just do real estate, they are starting venture now. They do private credits. Now, let me show you some of the properties. So portfolios, you can see, I'm not logging in my account. I believe I should be able to see what they are working on right now. You see what they are working on, build for rent. You can say, okay, I want to put my money in this particular one. And then that is how you be getting returns. Either they sell off the property or they put they put tenants in it. Every quarter, you are getting dividends. Sometimes they call them REITs, real estate investment trusts, and these are part of the ways you can start getting into the business of real estate without bringing in large capital. And of course, they allow you to scale up. You can start with $100, you can even do it monthly. You can do your investment monthly.
Like the next one, you are adding up to the investment.
Exactly. You can always add more. You can, because it's like a share.
Oh, good.
It's like you are buying a share. You are buying a share. That's how this works. Let me see if I can open.
And one thing I realized, sorry to cut you.
Go ahead.
One thing I realized about real estate in America is that houses don't stay long here. Before you know, it is sold out. Before you know, sold out. No. Yeah. And one thing about US is that, yes, they have massive land and they are building. Before you know, the whole estate is occupied. The whole building, the whole property is occupied. So I think is a good avenue for anyone out there who has what it takes. And like he told us, you don't need to break the bank.
No.
You don't need to break the bank.
But so, I do recommend people to start from little things like this, because of course investing in a property will require huge capital acquisition if you want to buy a home now, and things like that, but when you start with crowdfunding like this, like REITs are like this, you can start generating income here and there while you are building your portfolio. So you can also start using that to build the portfolio of your company.
With the spelling of the REIT, R what?
REIT.
Okay, Real Estate Investment Trust.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
So this one, I love this one greatly. It's called Ground Floor. Ground Floor is good. Now, Ground Floor, what the Ground Floor does is that it connects investors with project owners in building. So, like Ground Floor, it's short time, it's bring high yield investment. It can bring between 10% to sometimes between 7% to 12% returns. So let me show you how Ground Floor works. Ground Floor is more like you are borrowing builders' money for a return on the investment, on the property. You are borrowing them money. You can take a time to read through and do a research on there. I want to see. So sometimes borrowers will come, project people will come. They need a fix and flip loan. And even for your business, if you start doing real estate at level, these are places you can get funding for your business. These are places you can get funding. It's a place where they connect individual lenders, individuals as it were, to people that are doing real estate properties. So, and the good thing about ground floor is the fact that you can start with as low as $10 because what they do is fractional.
Wow.
You can start with as low as $10 and get 10% returns back at the end of the term. And the good thing again is that you will see the term. Some can be for 6 months, some can be for a year. So you will know how long your fund will go out. And another thing is that you can do you can automate it.
Okay.
I want to see if we can pull out some of the. All right, let me just log in. Let me see if we can pull out some of the current properties that are available. Okay, good job. So you see here now. You see here now that this is a property.
Okay.
This is the term.
Okay. 18.9.
This is the amount that they are willing to raise. Okay. That is remaining. This is the person that is raising 600,000. See the number of investors that have already put, because it's fractional. Some $10, $20, $5 here and there. And then you can just say, okay, I want to add my own to it too. At the end of the term of the term, 13 months, 7 months, whatever, it will also show you the rate of returns ahead. It will show you the rate of returns. So you can decide that, okay, I want to put my own little thing here so that I can also get returns. So you can read a lot about it and just invest. Now, the good thing here is that the investment is backed up with the property.
Okay.
So that's what they do. There's an agreement. It's not just, so this is what ground floor does. The investment is backed up. You can see the address. You can check what is going on there. You can see the property. Maybe the person is trying to do a flip and just to fix it and flip it. Okay. So you can see the investment is backed up with the property.
Okay.
Of course, can something go wrong somewhere? Sometimes it might take longer, but they also have legal status of so you see, I say it's a fix and flip. The person is needing money to fix it and to flip it. Once it flips, the average project time is also there.
Wow.
The payment is 100% on time. These are areas you can start with and invest. And it's also a place where you can borrow. That's for real estate, for the purpose of real estate. This ground floor is a very good platform. And for those that want to do, so it's also a way, if you start a business, you can start using that business to invest in things like this. So the business starts generating income little by little. So the business is establishing business capacity in the state.
Wow.
Without starting from a big level. And then I'll show you again how your business can buy real estate property without even breaking the bank, because you can do auction properties, but you need to let the business run some things. Roots is also another one. Roots deals more with rentals and things like that. They put people's funds together, buy property, put tenants there, and then they begins to distribute things. All right. So these are what's it called?
Yeah. QR code
for each of these fundraise. Okay. You can scan these codes to set up an account. Now, if you are setting up as an African that is not in the United States, make sure you are doing so using a business name. That's the thing here, because these ones are reportable to the IRS because of tax purposes. So that's why you can't do as an individual. You need to do with a business. Okay. Let's see how far we are. All right, so that's that. Now, you can also buy existing business. That's opportunity number 3 I want to share today, is that you can buy into businesses that is already existing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are selling businesses every day here in the United States. Some people just build business to sell. That's another thing people do. So you can buy a business that is already in existence. Make sure you do your due diligence, check their record, engage a CPA, an attorney, make sure that the industry, the location, the business model works for you. I've seen people that live in Africa and they have gas station in the United States. Awesome. They live in Africa, they have gas station in the United States.
Seriously? Let me speak your grammar. Seriously?
Yeah.
Hello, audience. Did you get that? I hope you are getting value for your time today. On this channel, we don't just talk. This is talk and do. And one thing I appreciate about Mr. Benjamin Beckley is that he's a man of information. You see, there are two categories of people in the world: the informed and the uninformed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are some people, they are informed and also doers. They are doers, they are informed, and they are also doers. Among those people is chaplain Dr. Apostle Benjamin Beckett. You see, he doesn't just say it. One thing, I've known him for years, and he is a man of information, not just information. It demystifies information too. So thank you for demystifying this valuable information with us, because
No, no problem. You're welcome. We are passionate about seeing people do well, especially in Africa, and that's one of the things that pushes us to do the things we do. So you can also buy businesses that are existing in the United States. All these platforms are platforms where you can go, like Biz Buy Sell, Biz Quest. Now make sure you do your due diligence in what kind of businesses they do. Check their records. They will make by law, they are to make their records available for you. You can search by state, you can search by county, you can search by industries. You see, and some of them, if you want to do business in the United States, you want to buy an existing business and make money, make sure it is something that has traffic. Restaurant and food also have insight about it, because you need knowledge. You can do online, you can do transportation, building, and construction. These are all industry. Let me just do a search here. You can see now this person has an established salon, and the city is in Plano. You'll be able to see how the salon looks like. You don't have to do the big ones, of course. I'm just sharing this with you. They will give you the information of their gross revenue, their cash flow, their inventory. This is the asking price. Of course, you can negotiate. You'll be able to see the information of the business. All right. But these are not just things you want to dabble in, because you need to be able to verify the business. Another thing you can do is that, you know what, I want to make my life easier. You can sort by I believe you can sort by price, right? So I want to sort by price from the lowest one to the highest one. So this is a salon in Katy. They are asking for 5,000. This looks like they probably just started it, or in fact. So when you see seller financing available, that's a good deal. Seller financing means that the owner of the business is willing to give you right to start using the business, and you'll be paying them monthly. You don't need to get a loan for that.
Okay.
They might just tell you, okay, bring $1,000. I will finance the
business
at certain businesses.
Okay.
Now, this one here, I have a question. Something definitely is missing here. And this is part of the reasons why you have to ask questions. Why did I say something is missing here? This person says they are asking for 5,000, but they said the gross revenue is 1,002. Something is wrong. Because if the value, at least for now, is 1,002, you are asking for 5,000. Something is not right. And you said the inventory is only 200. You see that? But the rent is about almost 5,000. So you ask questions. You have to ask questions. You have to make sure that you engage CPAs, look at the overhead and all the things that ask questions. They will put phone numbers there to call the people and all of those things like that. So those are the reasons why you must do your due diligence. It can be in different areas. I'm just, because of what I search, I only search for beauty. You can find different other businesses. So like I said, where did we go? Industry. You can look for service business. You can look for other areas. You can do a search. You can do a search to see which area of the business you want to leverage on. All of these are businesses. So you can buy an existing business. You can even buy what I call, one of the things that people do now is, they call it, what's it called? The laundromat.
Okay.
Laundromat is like where people wash their clothes. Some of these things are, they don't usually require your massive presence there for it to work.
It's automated.
Laundromat. So this is for city. Buy business.
Some of them they say washateria or something.
Yeah. So you can see different of those ones here. All right. You can also buy startup companies and, okay, so laundromats, see, some are for sale. You'll be able to see how much they are selling it. And some of these things also, you can negotiate, look at their record. Some are doing distress sales. Maybe they don't have the ability to continue running the business. They just want to sell it off. And some are looking for investors or partners to work together and start something. This one says is an nutrition store. And they want to sell it off. You can see all their equipment and all of those things. All right. So due diligence is essential in all those things. Like I said, this is not a professional business advice. It's just sharing information. Another one I love is Flipper. Now, Flipper is more for digital assets. Like you can buy an existing website, you can buy mobile app, you can buy startup, you can buy SaaS businesses. You'll be able to see what people have created, and you buy it off. You see their records. Some have been in existence for years. You can also this one you can even also do. You can do auction. You can do auction whereby you bid for it. This one is saying automate your content generation and all of these ones. TikTok video downloader. So they have created it. You can buy it and then white label it to your own thing and then start running it. So do your due diligence and buy for as low as some $12, $20. You can buy a mobile app that people have created. You can buy Amazon FBAs. You can buy even services. You can there e-commerce store, domain, website. A whole lot of it's a market.
Wow.
So these are also existing businesses that people have created that you can buy and then begins to run on your own. That is on Flipper. That is what Flipper is all about. You can do your due diligence more also to see how you can leverage on this. All right, I am almost done sharing this with you. You can also buy franchise. A franchise is that a business is existing like McDonald's. There are people in Nigeria that have franchise. Of course, those guys are big. So like McDonald's, I believe, as at the last time I checked, McDonald's franchise is about $1 million thereabout.
Yes,
but there are other companies that their franchise cost is not as expensive as McDonald's. You can buy franchise, and the advantage of franchise is that you leverage on the credibility of the business. You leverage on their name, their record, like their brand. So let's assume that you have like a Subway franchise. Subway is Subway. They don't know the owner. But you are leveraging on there. So the franchise is that the brand remains there. It's just that the owner is different. That's why you see many companies, you think that is the same owner. No, they are different owners. So those are the things you can do. Franchise Direct will give you access to many franchises that are available for sale in the United States. There's a lot of advantage in franchising because you have access to their model, you have access to their training, whatever they have made that have helped them to be successful, you have access to it. Now, I just want to share this with you. If you are looking at buying existing businesses, number one, do your due diligence. Don't just say, oh, I like the picture. Sometimes the picture may not be what is the real thing there. All right. Do your due diligence. Ask questions. You are buying. You are investing. You are not doing them a favor. They are not doing you a favor. It's a business. So you have rights to ask questions. Do your market research. Find out, if I buy this business in this area, why are they selling off? If I buy it, do I have the capacity to reinvent it and things like that? Of course, negotiate. Most times people will always balloon price. The business may not worth, maybe may not be more than 20,000, and then they will want to sell it for 50,000. Negotiate, because that is one thing. And then, of course, look into integration. If I buy this, how am I able to integrate so that I can continue? I believe this will be the last opportunity I want to share for now, which is investing in lands and investing in properties in the United States, even without breaking the bank. Investing in land, like I said, the only thing that is real is land. You can't break it. It doesn't die. Land doesn't die. It will remain there.
Yes,
and it's one of the things that I appreciate easily. It builds value. It builds equity. Things to look out for. Factor into what we call location. There is also in the United States what they call zoning. Zoning means that they have categorized lands differently. There is a place they zone for residential. There is a place they zone for commercial. There are places they zone for special use. There are places they zone for industrial. Don't go and buy a residential land and you want to do a commercial property. You will have problem. This is one of the reasons why people have issues in the United States. So make sure you do check, ask question. What is this place zoned for? What is this place zoned for? If it is residential, what they are saying is that you can only do residential thing there. So when you are buying a land, you can buy a virgin land and hold it. There are places that are called farmland. You can't build house on farmland on residential purpose. No. So you have to do your zoning, ask questions. You can even call the county or the city and ask them, what is this place zoned for? They are always ready to give you information because that is why they are there. That's their work. So these are platforms where without breaking the bank, people can buy land, people can buy properties. You can even do auction. Now, this first one, governmentauction.com, you do with your business. Most of these ones you do with your business. So this is more like auction, where you bid for the property. They will let you know what is the date, what is the time. And if you register and sign in with your business, you can be able to partake in the auction because your business is representing you, is a legal entity. You can see all the properties they want to auction. You will see the country, you will see the measurement, 2.5 acre, you will see what is the current bid on it. So because it's auction, whoever win eventually is the winner. But these things may look good like this, you may see properties like this, but like I said, you have to do your due diligence to see, is this something that will work for what I want to do? Sometimes they will even show you what the land is for. Some is just for recreation. Some is not for residential. So those are part of things. Like this one said that they even give you low monthly payments. You can do low monthly payment for this kind of land here. But if you see it, you see that it's like water area. So you will see that, is this something I want to do? Is this something I want to hold and sell? But there are few things I tell people when you want to do real estate, especially land. Number one is access. Is there access to the place? Is there road access? Because if you want to sell, you need, people will look for properties that they have access. Can I get there? Number two is asset. Is there asset there in terms of, are there other properties? So that electricity is already there and water is already there. Those are the things that quickly enhances the value of a landed property. So this is governmentauction.com where you can buy, and so it's easy to do your due diligence, ask questions. Another one is unsoldland.org. Now, unsold land is one of the cheapest one, and it gives you access to buy land for as low as $300 down payment. You will see that these are mostly lands that people have bought and they are selling out. You see, this one now, they want to sell it for 2,000 plus. It's a land. It's not going to be like a full acre, but you can see it. Some of them will show you the address. You can put the address on Google, check the coordinate, and see if it is a good location. Like this one now, with the way I'm looking at it, there are few properties around, then there is a lot of land. So development is going to take time. But you know what? If you are not in a hurry, you just want to hold something down, these are things you can buy and hold. This one now looks like a house. See? This one looks like a house with some landed property around it. You can take the number, you can go on Google, get the address, and then check this one is in Alabama. Check the coordinate, and then you can also, bid, buy now. They have a different.
So Alabama is not far from Texas?
Alabama is a little, little far.
Oklahoma
is the one that is too close to Texas. Yeah. Okay. Oklahoma is close to Texas. So this land, generally, make sure you do due diligence. That's one thing I would say with land, because some land are flood area. You don't want to go and do flood area because nobody will buy it. Nobody will buy it. The next one I want to share is that there is a state called Detroit, and because they are trying to build up the economy of the state, most times when there was a recession, people deserted their properties and left it because they couldn't do taxes and all of those things. So now the economy is coming back. So the government is selling out all those old, some of them look like dilapidated buildings and things like that. They are selling them out for cheap. A property that may worth 100,000, 200,000, you can buy it for like $2,000. It's auction. It's auction. So you can see it's in Detroit. Now, these are some of the images. Some of them, when you look at it from the beginning, you will say, no, wow, who will buy this one? But if I tell you that this is where most people are even putting their investment right now.
Wow.
Some of them, they have rehabilitated it, and then they want to sell it like this one is for 180,000. They have rehabilitated. Once you see rehab and ready, they have rehabilitated it. But once you see own it now, that means they are selling it as it is. Now, you have to do your due diligence. This one is not just, oh, I see the property. No, you have to be able to probably send someone there, reach out to local people, let them help you look at the property. You also can do a little research, just a little, but you won't be able to do much more. You will be able to see the interior and the exterior. They will let you know, oh, if you buy this one, it has foundational problem. This is not going to work. This is high risk. This is what most of the guys doing buy and flip does. They buy low and they sell high. So these are properties that you have to do due diligence well before you invest into them, because they have been there a long time. Of course, nobody's living there. Some things will have gone wrong. So even when you are doing this preview, choose the one that looks to you like, at least this one, it looks durable. Avoid things that have roof problem. Avoid things that have foundational or structural problem, because they will take you a lot to fix them. They will take you a lot to fix them. So by just looking, you can take if you sign it, you can take the address, and then there is a bidding time. They will tell you the time they are bidding for it. Then you submit your own bid, and if you win, they give you the right over the land, and then they tell you what to do to rehabilitate it. They don't look good on picture, but that's one thing that those that have experience with land and with property acquisitions, where all those flip and do, and then you can also check the one that they have already
rehabilitated.
They have already rehabbed. Yeah, some of them they have done full rehabilitation. Some of them they have done partial rehabilitation. Like this one was like that before, but look at what they have done. They have rehabilitated it. They have turned it around, and it's now available for people to buy as it is. So that's another thing. You can it's online. You can play around with it, do some search, and see if it's something that works for you. But you don't always have to. Like I said, I always advise people, you want to enter into the real estate market in the United States, you can start with the crowdfunding platform. Now, there are other businesses you can do. Even if you say, oh, I don't have money, I don't want to start from there. You can start a customized clothing line business. This one is like riding on other people's property. So they give you the clothes. They say, okay, just bring your inscription, paste it on it, and then start marketing it.
Okay.
You know, redbubble.com and all of those things. I did a full training on this one. This is the link. This is the. I'll send this slide to Chaplain. If anybody needs it, they can reach out to him.
Okay, so
I'll be able to get it so that I can have access to all this link. But I did a tutorial on how to start your clothing line with even little or no capital. And you don't need, in fact, this one, you don't need people to do it. You just need to have idea. You can create your own customized t-shirt, customized mug, phone case, and all of those things, and put them on that.
Another one you can do is what I call website. Sorry, sir. Do you need your own?
You may not. You may create your own website for it if you want. You can do integration, but they have their own website already. Okay. They have a platform for you already. Okay. Yeah, they have a platform for you already. Then you can do what we call a car sharing business. This one you can start it with a business. So what they do is that the conventional car rental industry is crashing little by little. So people, this is the Airbnb of car rental. Just the same way people do Airbnb, put people in the house, they rent it out. People rent out their cars, and people do this as a business. So you can do it as an individual car or a fleet of car. Buy 2-3 cars. You can buy them from auction, put them on Turo.com. So people that wants to rent will pay you to rent your car. So these are part of the things. So like, for instance, now, this Jeep Wrangler for a day is about
90 something.
That's per day. 290. No, so this is So per day is 151. So, you just put your car, people as this one is $62 per day. So if you invest in a car, you put it on Turo. Some of the cars they are doing now, you don't even need to be there for the people to pick it up. You can turn it on where you are. You can off it on your phone. That's part of the things people are. So there are people that are doing this as a company, register as a company. So imagine this guy has been renting this car for $92. He has made 131 trips. That means they have rented it 131 times.
Oh.
Right now, it's not a new car, it's 2017 car. Now, 131 times, they may not just rent it for a day, they will rent it for multiple days. And those are part of the ways people have made money. So it's the Airbnb of car rental. It's the Airbnb of car rental. So this is also another way people can come in and start creating income streams in the United States without even living in the United States. It's not just SUV. The people use car. In fact, you'll be surprised that you see old cars like 2010, 2012, and people are still renting it because this makes it easy for people to have access to rentals without going to the airport or going to the rental places. So they have demystified the industry and brought people in, individuals. And if you also want to, like, you want to flirt around the town, you can go and rent a Tesla Cybertruck too.
I saw this truck yesterday, two of this truck, and I was like,
yeah, it's Cybertruck, it's Tesla.
Yeah, I just realized that
the interior is powerful.
Yes,
the interior is like a theater. You can rent this car for 154 a day and then cruise around town and show big. But at the end of the day, you return their car.
Wow.
So people rent their cars out. Like this is 2024 Venza. It doesn't have to be a brand new car. They can do auction cars. They can, but at least the car should be good because most times people use it for travel or for commute. All right.
But what about where will you park the cars you are doing as a
business? That's another thing now, that for things like this, they also have
storage.
You can have what do they call this? Storage, car storage, where this is where they pick it, this is where they drop it.
Okay.
And you are paying for a storage.
Monthly.
And if you have someone in the United States, it's just parked on the street. The person will pick it from there. The person will drop it from there. The way they did it, they made it so good that once the person wants to pick it on the app, it will take a picture of the current state, how the car looks before you pick it. When they drop it, they will take a picture of the current state, how the car looks when they drop it. So if anything goes wrong, it's automatically tracked on the app if there was an accident or things. And of course, when you do businesses like this, you want to do insurance on the vehicle. In case that there is a collision, the insurance will be responsible for it, and then they give you a refund.
Oh.
All right. So thank you. It's been a wonderful time.
Wow.
Right there. So I'll send this slide to Chaplain. You have questions. Like he said, we would also try and see how we create some other sections to dive deep more. But as I go, do your research, be open to information, ask questions. This is how you can leverage an opportunity and start small while you grow big. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the privilege.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your time. This is indeed value loaded, and we would like to know where to connect with you because I know you are running out of time already. How can we connect with you? Because
I'm on Instagram, Benjamin Beckley, or just Google the name.
Okay, Benjamin Beckley. Yes,
just Google the name Benjamin Beckley. There are not too many people like that.
No, there are not many. This is the only man I know that bears special two names.
Just Google the name Benjamin Beckley.
Thank you so much, sir.
Or you can go to the website benjaminbeckley.com. BeckleyBenjamin.com. BeckleyBenjamin.com.
Or you can just go to his his YouTube channel.
Or you go to YouTube channel Empowerment TV.
Okay, yes. Like most of the time, if you Google him and you see him firing, praying, like he's a firebrand man, pastor. So he's a pastor, an ordained man of God, respected and is engraced. And we celebrate the grace of God upon your life, sir.
Thank you so much.
You have a wonderful day. And best regards to your family.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone have a wonderful time.
And you, sir. So Viewers or audience, we appreciate your time. Yes, I believe you've learned a lot today. And like he told us, please create time to do your research. Create time to do what? To do your research. Even me, there are things I'm just hearing him teaching. I have not that I don't know before. So after this session, I'm not going out today. I'm going to sit down with the video and watch the replay, and then I can, do more research and look at where I can also invest in. And like he said, if you want to register your LLC in the United States of America, my company can help you out. Yes, I have a registered LLC in the United States of America, and we can help you out. And yes, there will be a link in the comment section that can also help you. I have an affiliate with bees.com that can also help you to set up your LLC. But however, yeah, if you want me to guide you, because there are some things that you also need to know in setting up, where to set up, the best state to set up and how to go about it, yes, you can reach out and I'll be glad to support. So on this note, as we wrap up, I want you to keep on, investing in yourself, because the best investment you can make is the one you make in yourself, like the one we are doing now. We are investing in ourselves and also investing in you. So, on this note, do have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, wonderful morning, wherever you are connecting with us. And bye bye.